So what we want to do now is want to quickly play what she had to say. It's only about a 30-second clip. And then we're going to come back and react to her comments. Take a listen to what she had to say here.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
So you heard her comments. What are my thoughts on this? You know, I've never seen anything like this before. And I guess it's true what they say, you know, all press is good press, even if it's bad. The fact is, the WNBA is beginning to gain a lot of attention, a lot of eyeballs, but it's for a plethora of reasons. Obviously, Caitlin Clark plays a role. Obviously, Angel Reese plays a role. But more importantly, I think the major reason they're getting a lot of attention now seems to be because of this drama. There's a lot of drama right now that's taking place, if we're being honest. A lot of people giving their views, shouting and screaming. Even the whole Caitlin Clark thing that we're talking about is based off of a dirty play that took place on the court. That's what really sparked this conversation. And I guess it's good because bringing them a lot of attention, bringing them a lot of eyeballs, which ultimately will benefit all of them. That's the point that Stephen A. Smith was trying to make. Like, listen, no point to hate on her. No point to be jealous of her. That's the words that he used that Kendrick Perkins took exception to, as well as Monica McNutt. When, you know, she's bringing in attention, and for if she's bringing in the attention, she's setting the market, going to bring in more sponsors, and as a result, everyone is going to benefit. That was his point, right? Now, to just quickly touch on what Monica McNutt had to say yesterday towards the tail end of that argument that they had, she said that, well, Stephen A. Smith, you could have been covering the WNBA before. You could have been doing more before. Listen, and I want to be honest with you guys. I think there's a lot of things taking place here. I think that there are people out there that want Stephen A. Smith to be wrong because they may not like Stephen A. Smith. They may not agree with him. And y'all know I'm not a fan of Stephen A. Smith. So I think there's that group of people there that when she went out there and said that, they were like, they just latch onto that because, well, he's wrong. They're those group of people. There are a group of people out there that thought that she was making a point. Like, well, why weren't you covering them? And then there's a group of us out here that is looking at the situation like, what the hell are you guys even talking about? Like, quite literally, what are you talking about? Why wasn't he doing more for the WNBA 3 years ago? Why weren't other people doing more for the WNBA 3 years ago? Why is it becoming upon Stephen A. Smith to talk about? You can't be serious. I think those comments are just a bunch of virtue signaling comments, if I'm being quite honest with you. Why would Stephen A. Smith talk about something that nobody really seems to care about? Why would he do that? Why would he use his show that is meant on discussing the hottest topics in sports and culture and all of that to now take a segment out of his show to talk about something that the viewing public watching him discuss it have no interest in? Why would he do that? Why? Why? Why should he do that? The question is why? Why should Stephen A. Smith feel like it is his need to do that? Why? This is the question nobody has answered yet. Nobody. If the WNBA was popular 3 years ago, not only would he have been talking about it, other people would have been talking about it too. So why does it all of a sudden need to fall on Stephen A. Smith's shoulders to discuss it when there was no interest in the first place? Why should he do that? Why is it his responsibility? Why are you asking him to do that? He brought up a point yesterday on his show, which was when different businesses begin to take off is when women start jumping into the fray, and they start contributing their dollars, and they start contributing their eyeballs, their viewership. He said it happened with the NBA and other. So the question he asked was, if the women felt this strong about, you know, the WNBA not being covered, why don't they go and support the game? Why don't they go to the arenas? Why don't they tune in and watch the games? Why is it becoming upon Stephen A. Smith to discuss the WNBA when the women themselves are not even interested in it? So why should it be his job? Why? Why don't you go create a show, you go create a platform, and you talk about it? He could have been doing more. He did enough. And that's the point that we're trying to make. Who was doing more? Nobody. So why is it his job? And what the picture that we're trying to paint is, you see, if you had been doing more, maybe they would have been in a different place. BS.